Welcome back to my channel DataWorld Susan. Hope you are doing very well. In this video, we are going to learn about variable in Snowflake scripting. This is the second video on Snowflake scripting. If you do not watch first video, you can watch from my channel Snowflake scripting playlist. So before going forward, I request you to please subscribe the channel and like this video if you find this video helpful. Now let's get started and learn variable. First, where we can use here variable. Variable can be used in expression, Snowflake scripting statement and SQL statement. Why we use here variable? Variable can be used in temporary storage of data, manipulation of stored value and reusability for expression. Now how to declare variable? You can declare variable in declare section in following way. We can declare here variable, declare here variable name, then data type, variable name, then default expression, variable name, then we explicitly specify data type, then default expression. Here implicitly specify here data type using expression. You can also declare variable in beginning and end section of block using let commands. So we can use here let, then variable name, then data type, then default expression. We can also use here implicit expression for data type, here let, then variable name, then without specify here explicitly data type, we use here default expression. How to assign value into variable? We can use here colon equal to operator to assign value into variable. Okay, we will learn all these using example in Snowflake side. Okay, so let's learn first theory. So setting variable to result of a select statement, we can use here into clause to set variable to value of expression specified in select clause. For example, select here expression 1, expression 2, this may be column or expression, then we use here into clause, then variable name from table and we apply here condition. Okay, so now let's go to snow site wave UI and learn with example. So this is my snow site wave UI and we use here free trial Snowflake accounts. So let's maximize this and understand here. We define here variable in declare section. We use here v underscore date, then date data type, v underscore number, then number data type. We also assign value to this variable here 10, and v underscore name. This is the varchar data type. Assign here DataWorld to this v underscore name variable. And begin key, this is the begin and end key, anonymous block we use here, and return keyword, this is the Snowflake scripting keyword, and we return here v underscore name. Okay, so if I execute this statement, the data world return because we assign here value to this variable v underscore name. Okay, if you want to return here v underscore number, then we can use here, this is the 10 result. Okay, this is the simple example of variable, how to declare variable. Okay, now let's learn other example. Here we declare variable in declare section, here profit, then data type, then default value, and we use here let command to declare variable in beginning and end section of block. So we use here let, then this is the variable name, this is the data type number, this is the data type range 38 and comma 2 is the precision of decimal point, and this is the default value to cost, and we use here revenue, same data type, default value. You can use here default keyword to assign here default value to revenue variable. Then we use here expression revenue minus cost, and this is result of this expression assigned to profit, and we use here return keyword to return the value of this variable profit. Okay, so if I execute this statement, you can see here 10 is written using this assign value to profit. Okay, if you want to use here this block in SNOWSQL, then we can use here execute immediate, then double dollar, and within double dollar we use here same block as we use in snow site. Okay, so if I execute this statement, you can see here result is this expression we can use in snow site as well. Okay, using double dollar. This expression we can use in SNOWSQL and Snow's legacy version as well, and Snow side as well. Okay, so let's understand another example. We can declare variable in declare section v underscore date data type, and we use here SNOWSQL built-in function current date, v underscore name data type. We use here expression v underscore pi, we use here number, this is the precision 10 comma 2 up to 10, and 2 is the precision decimal point up to 2 and 3.14, and we use here beginning and end section. We evaluate this expression and assign to v underscore date, and we use here v underscore date to return the value for this block. Okay, So current date is 1st of August 2024 and we add here 10 to this variable, so 11th of August 2024. If we comment this and return this, then we can see here 3.14. okay. Let's see another example. We declare here variable w equal to integer data type, x equal to integer data type, default is 0, dt equal to date data type, result string equal to varchar, and we use here beginning and end section to assign value into variable. W assigned to 1, w assigned to result of this expression 24 into 7, dt use here 30 September 2022 for explicitly casting. We do not here define here data type, implicitly casting to dt variable, and the result of this string equal to w. We define here data type, concatenate with another variable, okay, and result of this variable return by return keyword of Snowflake scripting. So if I execute this statement, you can see here value of dt is written by 168 and value of w is written by 168 and value of dt is written by 30 of September. Okay, now let's see another example. We can use here let command statement to define variable in beginning and end section. We already see. So let's see another example. We define here variable profit number data type, default is 0.1. We also declare here variable cost using let command. Cost, this is the data type assigned to 200 in cost. We define here revenue, this is the data type. Use here default keyword to assign value into this revenue variable, and we use here profit equal to revenue minus cost. Value of this expression assigned to profit, and we use here return keyword to return the value of profit. So if I execute this statement, you can see here 300 minus 200, this is the 100. okay. So let's see another example, setting variable to result of select statement. To do this demonstration, we create here table. For our example, we create here table says with these structures: says id equal to integer, says date equal to date, category equal to string, amount equal to decimal. So let's execute and create table. Let's insert sample data into says table. Here 3 record inserted. Okay, we use here 3 record for our demonstration. Let's validate. You can see here 3 record in our example. So let's use here into clause to assign value. So let's write PL SQL block to print the sales date and category for sales ID 1. Okay, in a Snowflake scripting block, you can use here into clause to set variable to value of expression specified in select clause. So first we declare variable here v underscore sales underscore date and v underscore category. This data type should be matched with this select statement. So we use here beginning and end section in select statement. Here we use here select, then sales date category into this should be matched with v underscore sales underscore date data type match with sales underscore date, and v category category data type should be matched with category data type in select statement, and assign this sales date to v underscore sales date category into v underscore category from sales table where sales id equal to 1. This should return only one variable at a time. Okay, otherwise it's give compilation error. And we concatenate both variable using pipe command and return this value using return keyword. So if I execute this statement, you can see here for sales id 1 2024 1st of Jan, and this is the category electronic. Okay, now let's learn scope of variable. If you define here block within a block, then this is called a nested block, or this is outer block and this is inner block. Okay, so first we define here global variable v underscore global varchar data type. This is the global variable, and result string, this is the varchar data type. Again in beginning block, we again define here block declare. We use here variable v underscore local varchar data type. This is the local variable assigned to this local variable. This is the local variable, this value assigned to v underscore local, and we use here beginning and end, and we use here concatenate both variable v underscore global and v underscore local using pipe operator, double pipe to concatenate both variable, and result of this variable return using return keyword. So if I execute this statement, you can see here v underscore global, use here outer block value, and v underscore local, use here inner block value. Okay, let's see another example for nested block. So we again define here variable in declare section, v underscore global name, this is the data world global, birthday equal to 20 July 2023, result string v underscore result string equal to varchar. We use here beginning and end section. In this block we again use here inner block, and we use here v underscore local underscore name. We again define here variable varchar data world local, this is the worth. We use here intentionally same name in inner block to understand scope of variable. So we use here date data type, we define here 5th of April 2024, and we concatenate this all variable using pipe operator, and the result of this expression stored into v underscore result underscore string variable. We use here v underscore global, v underscore birthday, v underscore local name, v underscore date of birth. Okay, if we use here same name in inner block as we use in outer block, then scope of variable first in current block, and if in current block this name is not matched in current block, then it's go one block outward and search same name. Okay, so if I execute with the same name first in inner block, then you can see here the first, see here 5th of April, use here 5th of April 2024. If we comment this, then it search outer block. Okay, so you can see here 27th of 20th of July 2023, this now. Okay, if I uncomment this again and execute again, then this variable is scope. Okay, so in this video we learn about variable and scope of variable, how to define variable. So that's all about in this video. If you find this video helpful, please subscribe the channel and like this video. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.